Hey guys, Brian here, coming to you from our property. Just got a little fire going here. We're going to be doing some mitigation burning. I built this huge fire pit with the excavator probably in January. It's about 10 feet in diameter. And this winter we've been going around in this area of our property here just trying to clean up as much dead wood as possible. Like I said, just to do some fire mitigation stuff. So I'm just up here for a day trip, going to be doing this as well as some other projects. I wanted to show you guys some sweet stuff. We have a couple of springs that have popped up, and we knew about them from last year, but they have come about 5 weeks earlier than they did last year. So I'm going to give you guys a little bit of update, show you guys some of the projects we have going on here, and talk about some videos coming up. So this winter we've been getting a lot of snow. This area averages, I want to say, about 110 inches of snow a year. This is our second winter that we've owned the property. Last year we didn't get that much snow. We were definitely below that. But this year, between the end of January and the beginning of April, we got probably 7 feet alone just during that time period. And during then, we had 2 really big snowstorms, each of which dropped about 2 feet of snow. And one of the times we were actually staying in our cabin here, and we literally got snowed in. Thankfully, we had the excavator, and we were able to plow the driveway so that we could get out. But it has been a completely different winter here, that's for sure. This is really the first time that this area hasn't really had much of any snow. Now, we're still going to have some good snowstorms. We were getting snow last year until probably about May 20th or so, I'd say. So we've been getting a lot of moisture, which is great, which is leading to us having our springs pop up, and they are starting to trickle and starting to flow here, which I'm going to show you guys. It's super cool, very neat. I'm going to show you guys that and then some other projects and stuff that we have going on here. Tell you what, these little hand chainsaws are awesome. I got this for Christmas and I've been using the heck out of it. I'll put an Amazon link in the description. Alright guys, well this is our main spring that we have. It just started flowing last year. At its peak, it was probably pumping out about 3.5 to 4 gallons of water per minute. I'm sure for some of you guys, you're probably like, that's not a spring. Some of you who are in wetter climates, but here in dry Colorado, where water is, hard to come by on property and stuff, I think it's pretty darn exciting for sure. Last year, this flowed from about mid-May until maybe mid-June at the most, and then there's some other seeps and stuff lower down, which I'll show you guys. So here's the spring up close. You can kind of see water just starting to flow. It's actually not even flowing as much as it was just a couple days ago. Not sure what the reason is for that, but still super cool that we have this. And how I found this was actually this old 4-inch pipe. So I was hiking around, that portion was all covered with all this wood a year ago, and I found this end cap right here, and I was like, what the heck? And then that's when I kind of followed it up and discovered, all that wood had kind of buried that area over there. And it wasn't until maybe about a month later I heard some water dripping. I was like, what the heck is that? And I saw water just coming out of this end of the pipe, which is pretty cool. So what I think is cool about this pipe is the fact that this pipe could potentially be like 100+ years old. This area, there's a lot of mining done in the 1880s, and we actually have an old mine site on our property. So I wouldn't be surprised at all if this pipe is from that era. Previous owners of our property actually never told us that there was a spring on the property. So I'm not certain that they even knew about this, to be honest, because usually if you have even a seasonal creek, spring, whatever, people always tell you because it adds a lot more value to the property. So what we've done here is we have this pipe here, and then we added this black pipe, and we're just filling up these stock tanks that actually the previous owner had left. And I just quickly set this up last year with this one, and then a couple days ago I put the overflow here. But you can see it's dripping in there. There's some ice because it was freezing and we got snow a couple days ago. But so here's another little spring or a little seep here that we have. I just have a little PVC pipe going. Again, I just rigged this stuff together super quick last year. Didn't really do too much with it because the water wasn't flowing for a long time. But I just have it going in the stock tank actually that we brought from our other property. And then I have a hose fitting on there, because what I'm going to do is hook up this hose and have it run to this big old 300-gallon stock tank that the previous owners left, and then have it go down to our pond here, which I'll show you guys. But last year in this area with these aspens, there was just water kind of running all around here, which was really cool to see. And there was a lot of it. That main spring that I showed you guys is more kind of up there, so everything seems to kind of flow down from there. So here is where we have some more seeps, or I guess you could call them springs, and several of them. And what I did last year when I had excavators, I kind of trenched out where the water's coming, and someone at some point had put all these little catch ponds, but none of them were really holding water. So I developed this into a pond that actually collects and catches water, which is super awesome. This thing is filling up really quick, and yeah, it's not a huge pond. I mean, it's probably 20 by 25 or so, but I need to develop it a little bit more. I want to clean up where all these rocks are and stuff, and then also there's this ledge right here which I want to take out so we can hold a little bit more water. Again, it's a relatively small pond, but it's super cool to have on the property. It attracts lots of elk and deer. We've had bobcat over here, bear, everything. And someday we're gonna probably get some livestock or maybe even some bison. And this will be a great water source for them. So here we're on the other side of the dam, and one of the things I did when I was developing this a little bit more is I did put a overflow drain in, but we're already overflowing and the pond really isn't even totally full. So I'm going to add a little elbow on the end there, and then I do need to find this end and have it shoot out a little bit more. I'm going to actually see if I can drop this without falling in. I don't think I'm going to be able to. This is about 4 foot deep right down here. Oh my gosh. Yeah, no way. Dang it. Oh, that ain't going to work. Oh, maybe. Oh wow, there she goes. Holy smokes. I just opened up the overflow fully. So this is a 2-inch pipe coming out now. And I don't think that's fully going. There it is. Holy shit, there we go. There it is. And now we're there we go. Wow. Holy smokes. So I just removed this little elbow on my overflow drain because I want to do some work on the pond here in about a week. So I'm going to dry it out a little bit and have the pond level lowered. But look at, we have a 2-inch overflow pipe, and we are getting that thing coming out here fully. So here's that old mine I was telling you guys about. And there's a bunch of snow in here, but there are some old wooden timbers down there, which is kind of crazy. So one day I may try to dig that up and see if there's an entrance or if there's anything cool around here, because we do have a metal detector. All right, guys, well, that's kind of what's been going on here and some cool things that are happening on our property. Some videos that I'm going to have coming up. I installed these really cool Wi-Fi heaters for our cabin, which have been a game changer because we can remotely control the temperature of each of our rooms, which have been awesome because we winterized the cabin and then we de-winterized it, and we've been using those to kind of monitor to make sure that nothing is freezing or anything. And they work great in cabins, or they can work great in RVs, so I'm going to do a video on those. I also got an e-bike from a company that sent it to me because hiking up here and going back and forth between the cabin can get kind of old, and sometimes I don't want to bring my UTV, and a company reached out to me and I thought I'd give it a whirl because it had gotten really good reviews. So you guys will see a video on that, and then I'm going to do a video on the upgrades that we had done to our camper before we sold it. I'm going to go over 10 years of the best upgrades. And I'll also be showing you guys what we're doing here on our property with the trail, maybe a little bit of the pond, you know, some of the excavator type stuff too. So thank you guys for watching, and I look forward to seeing you in the next one.